Hello, dear lovely audience. Welcome back to another Bravo TV new recap. Everyone, I know you'll have been waiting for this. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Britani shocked her The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City castmates when she made not one, but two major announcements on the Season 6 premiere. Tired of scrolling? Click here to bump BravoTV.com's latest news to the top of your search results. It seemed like Britani Bateman had big news to share when she clinked her silverware on a bottle during The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City's Season 6 premiere, but her words left Heather Gay declaring, "Britani doesn't understand what an announcement is." "It's been a minute," Britani said to the wives as they sat around a picnic table in an RV park in the mountains of Utah. After a dramatic pause, she added, "Jared and I got engaged." Britani's relationship status change with Jared Osmond, the nephew of global music icons Donnie and Marie Osmond, came as a shock after Britani had previously described their on-and-off-again relationship as being on a hamster wheel. Her announcement was met with silence from the wives, before Angie Katsanevas asked, "What? Is this real?" Britani answered, "It is real, yes." Producers showed Jared's December 2024 social media video alongside Britani, where he declared, "This gorgeous woman is changing her last name." Britani added, "It's true. Look what happened," and held up her diamond ring to the camera. Jared chimed in, "Mrs. Osmond, I love this girl." But Britani wasn't quite done dropping bombs yet. Dinging on yet another bottle, she announced to the wives, "And we got unengaged." 2 weeks after that. Mary Cosby couldn't hold back her laughter, uttering, "What in the world?" As Whitney Rose dropped her head, Angie answered, "Well, that was short and sweet." Heather believed Britani could have chosen a better word, adding, "I think we need to meet with Britani and explain to her the nature of an announcement. And that if it is negated immediately after, it is therefore no longer an announcement, but just something we don't mention at all." Britani shared an explanation for the abrupt cancellation. "We just decided that our kids weren't on board, and we really want our kids to be a part of it, and they were not happy. Because we were so on and off last year. And so, yeah, we decided to call it off." Britani Bateman details her relationship with Jared Osmond post-engagement. The wives seemed taken aback by both of Britani's announcements in the September 16th episode and wanted clarity on her current relationship status after ending her engagement to Jared. "Is he dating other women?" Heather asked, and Britani replied, "No, I don't think so." Heather questioned Britani even more, asking, "Are you still seeing him?" And Britani answered, "Yeah, like every day." Bronwyn Newport couldn't hide her shock at the ever-changing romantic news, and Meredith Marks smirked and looked down at the table as Britani spoke. Mary uttered to herself, "Oh God, help me, Lord." But Whitney questioned if Britani and Jared were really dating. Related, the RHOSLC cast and producers spill on how the Sprinter van makes the magic. "I run into him at the gym all the time, and he appears single," Whitney revealed, and Heather asked, "What do you mean he appears single?" Whitney replied, "Let's just say I never see him on a machine. I see him in the Lifetime Cafe." As Britani offered an explanation that Jared is a really social person, Whitney interrupted her to add, "On dates. And he introduces me to them." Britani Bateman sets the record straight on her relationship with Jared Osmond today. With Britani and Jared at a murky status in the September 16th episode, it's no surprise that Britani shared she has more relationship drama to come on RHOSLC Season 6, and added viewers will have to see how it plays out this season, because it does play out this season. As for their current status, "We're friends," she told The Daily Dish during DIREC TV's Plot Twist featuring Bravo event in New York City on August 12th. As a refresher, Jared and Britani's roller coaster relationship was first shown during RHOSLC Season 5. "Jared and I have been dating 8 months, and we've broken up 16 times, I want to say. A lot," she admitted during a confessional on Season 5, Episode 1. "I feel like I'm on this hamster wheel of dating other people, breaking up, and getting back together with Jared. It's like, ugh, I'm a crazy person, but there's something about him. He's yummy." Related, Britani Bateman shares a major career update after RHOSLC Season 5. After more breakups, Jared announced Britani was his official girlfriend, again on his Instagram Reels in December 2024, right around the time Britani now admits they were briefly engaged. It appears that was short-lived, as Britani then told Us Weekly in June 2025 that they were once again broken up. Don't miss showrunner Lori Gordon revealing all the secrets to Rasul's success in an exclusive interview with the Daily Dish. Is this real? Britani Bateman drops a bombshell about engagement to Jared Osmond. The shock moment. It was a quiet moment in a dramatic setting, an RV park in Utah, seated around picnic tables, the kind where conversations simmer beneath the surface. The camera pans. Britani Bateman raises a fork clink on a bottle. The other ladies pause. There's tension, expectation. It's been a minute, she begins, then after a pregnant pause. Jared and I got engaged. Silence. Confusion. Faces turning. Then, questions. Angie Katsanevas. What? Is this real? Britani. It is real, yes. But the plot thickens. A few moments later, after showcasing a diamond ring, flashing a video of Jared saying, "This gorgeous woman is changing her last name, Mrs. Osmond," Britani drops the second bomb, and we got unengaged. 2 weeks after that. Cue the gasps. What we know. Based on the Season 6 premiere of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, airing September 16, 2025, and related coverage. Britani Bateman revealed she and Jared Osmond got engaged in December 2024, then called it off 2 weeks later. The reason given: their children weren't on board. The instability of their on-off relationship in the previous year had made the possibility of marriage feel shaky. Although the engagement ended, Britani says she and Jared still see each other, like, every day. Castmates raise doubts. Whitney Rose says she sees Jared at the gym with other women. Heather Gay wonders if he's dating. Yet Britani maintains he is not, officially, seeing anyone else. Their relationship has been fraught with starts, stops, and public tensions. In Season 5, Britani said they had broken up 16 times in 8 months. So, yes, Britani's announcement is real, to the degree that it reflects her truth and public revelation. But real doesn't equal final, stable, or settled. The emotional undercurrent. When someone drops news like this, engaged, then unengaged, there's always more than the headline. Let's explore what else may be happening beneath the drama. Kids and family dynamics. Britani explicitly said their children were not supportive. It's notable because in relationships later in life, with children from previous relationships, the family unit becomes a key ecosystem. If kids feel insecure, unsettled, or repeatedly hurt by instability, that shapes decisions enormously. For Britani, whose priorities include her children, she's spoken before about balancing motherhood and her personal life. This is not a throwaway concern. Trust, instability, on-off cycles. When you've broken up 16 times in 8 months, stability becomes more than important. It becomes essential. Repeated breakups and reconciliations can erode trust. They can twist someone's sense of what to expect. Will we stick? Will we bail? Will I feel safe to lean in? Britani has also pointed to moments of shady stuff, being on dating apps, phone transparency issues, etc. These kinds of behaviors tend to amplify insecurities. Public life, reality TV, and the pressure. They're dating in public, not just public in the way many couples are, but under the lens of RHOSLC. Every statement, every ring, every post is viewed, discussed, dissected. The stakes feel higher, not just for personal happiness, but for reputation, for narrative, for how the show will frame both of them. So, when Britani makes a big announcement, engagement, it's also a storyline. How much is the truth as she experienced it, and how much is shaped by being on camera? How much is she playing into expectations, dramatic reveals, shocking bombshells, etc.? Not to say it's inauthentic, but the environment magnifies every moment. Is this real? A closer look. When someone in Britani's position asks, "Is this real?" there are multiple layers. Is the engagement real? Yes. December 2024, with ring, video announcement. Then they unengaged 2 weeks later. Is the fallout, the breaking up of it, real? Also yes. She gives reasons. Kids, instability, lack of consistent mutual readiness. It's not just being dramatic, She's making claims that reflect real conflict. Is the current relationship real? That's murkier. She says they still see each other, and he isn't officially dating anyone else. But others in her orbit say he appears single. Public sightings, social media, etc. complicate the picture. Is this a publicity stunt or a show storyline? There is no explicit proof that this was concocted solely for drama, but RHOSLC frames it as a dramatic reveal. Given their past cycles, the show's structure, confessionals, reveals, cliffhangers, it's fair to suspect that at least part of this was influenced by the medium. But that doesn't negate the personal reality. Real people have complex lives. Reality TV highlights that. The aftermath and what comes next. Now that the engagement has been revealed and then undone, several trajectories are possible. Healing and reassessment. Britani may use this as a chance to pause and reflect. What does she need in a partner? What kind of commitment feels safe, reliable? What's non-negotiable in her mind? The instability, the repeated breakups, the kids' discomfort, these are signals. Healing may mean prioritizing emotional safety as much as romance. Public perception and personal identity. There's risk here. Critics saying it's too much drama, speculation about motives, etc. But there's also empowerment. Getting to tell one's version. For Britani, making an announcement like that takes courage, even if complicated. She's owning her narrative. Relationship status and possibilities. Are they friends now? Do they hope to reconcile someday? Or is this breakup definitive? Given they're still in contact, still seeing each other, the possibility of reconciliation or another turn in the cycle is there, though whether that would be healthy is another question. Broader themes. Love, vulnerability, and the modern reality romance. Britani and Jared's story, in many ways, captures something universal and a bit modern. Love is messy. Real life rarely matches the ideal. Engagement doesn't erase underlying issues. Vulnerability comes with risk. Putting your heart on the line means also having to navigate public opinion, internal doubts, and sometimes family or children's concerns. The tension between longing for commitment and fearing instability. Many people can relate to wanting to say yes, but also wanting to feel sure. In an era of social media and reality TV, relationships are partly private, partly performative. Announcements, ring shots, video posts, etc. all become part of the story. My take. What seems most plausible? If I were to wager what's real in this mess, here's where I land. The engagement was real, heartfelt, for Britani, but perhaps rushed or not fully ready emotionally or logistically. The ending was also real, driven by familial/children's concerns, and possibly by repeated cycles of hurt. Their current status is somewhere between estranged and ambiguous. They're not engaged, they're not fully over, and both seem reluctant to close the door completely, whether because of love, habit, or hope. Moving forward, unless something shifts significantly, communication, trust, consistency, I think a stable long-term relationship, marriage, or official engagement may be unlikely without substantial changes.